Hey guys, Dr. J here. In the previous episode, we learned all spells and miracles available to us during the first playthrough of the game, thus unlocking the Saint's Trophy. We also shifted our character tendency to pure white when we managed to hunt down all of the named Black Phantoms. Because of that, the Monumental gave us the Friends ring. Today we are going to do the opposite and shift our character tendency to pure black. We need to do so in order to make the last NPC we've yet to meet appear in the Nexus. We can change our character tendency to pure black by killing innocent NPCs. We have to be careful which NPCs we're going to kill though. You'll soon find out why. Let's start off by killing the Crestfallen Warrior here in the Nexus. Don't worry, there are no repercussions for killing him, besides changing your character tendency of course.
Even I will not just sit back.
Wow, we're actually doing no damage to him with physical attacks. Let's switch to spells. I don't like using them when we can't lock on, but if we're close enough, it shouldn't be possible to miss. Okay, that's the first innocent NPC killed. Actually, before we continue, let's check if we can't slot the God's Wrath miracle. No, it needs 2 slots unfortunately, and we only have 1 free. Okay, so next we'll start traveling through the worlds, killing the vendors. The first one will be the vendor in 1-3. I believe he's the fastest one to get to in World 1, though it will still take a bit of time. I'll just use the soul remains on the dogs. I don't want to potentially waste time fighting them normally. Good, it should be much easier now. Well, one of them nearly managed to dodge the soul arrow, but even if he had, he still would have been focused on the soul remains. I think. I'm not sure if we're not drawing aggro by merely attacking. Anyway, we need to kill these soldiers now and then go in the alley to the right of us. Let's pick up the loot. And there are a couple more patrolling soldiers we need to kill. Barely managed to dodge this guy. I guess we should equip the Thief's Ring again. No reason to keep using the Grave Robber's Ring, and it is still possible to die in this level if we're not careful. The fastest way to the vendor is by going up this ladder and then jumping over the railings. I guess we should first kill the crossbowman. Now, unfortunately, after jumping over the railings, we'll drop right on top of the flaming boulder and take quite a bit of damage. There's no way to avoid that, and it doesn't matter all that much, we'll just heal. Okay, so this next part can be a bit tricky. There are 3 Imperial spies up these stairs. The easiest way to deal with them is to run up to the second flight of stairs and then run back down. This should be enough to lure the first 2 out in the open. Okay, perfect. Here's the first one. Where did that arrow come from? And again! What's going on here? Are you kidding me? I never knew they had stealth. Well, that was unexpected. But yeah, as long as you can lure them in an open space, they're not difficult to kill. Let's kill the crossbowman, the soldier at the top of the stairs, and then the final Imperial spy. He's not being very cooperative. Okay, start attacking now. Stop running after me and just attack. Finally. Thankfully, we won't have to deal with any more of them. At least not in this level. Now let's kill the crossbowman in front of us, and then the Red-Eye Knight in the building to our right, as well as a couple of soldiers next to him. I'll switch to the Soul Ray, since he's still a Red-Eye Knight. Didn't mean to do a second dodge roll. Okay, that went well. We could have used another Soul Remain. We have plenty of those, but it's nice that we didn't have to. Just one more soldier remaining. What? I was already locked on. It should have hit him. Weird. Anyway, now we just need to go up these stairs and kill the Draglink Merchant. There we go. He doesn't drop any loot, so we can now use the Evacuate Miracle and return to the Nexus. We'll go to 2-1 next. The vendor is right next to the Arkstone, so it will be a very quick trip. Ah, the Maiden in Black is here, so we might as well check if we can't improve our vitality a bit. And we can't. Okay, the vendor was just up the stairs. And we're done with World 2. Just checking if he didn't drop anything. He didn't. I don't think any of the vendors out in the world drops anything if killed. With the exception of Blacksmith Ed, of course. The last vendor we'll need to kill is the former royal's wife in 3-1. She's the one I least want to kill, but the vendor in 4-2 sells soul remains, and the one in World 5 is quite far away, so we don't really have much choice. Though, now that I think about it, we could have just bought as much soul remains as we can carry and then kill him. Well, it doesn't really matter anyway. Just 2 more mind flares to kill. Here's one of them. He didn't drop anything. And the second one delivered himself right into our hands. And he dropped an old spice, nice. I guess we might as well buy as much fresh spice from her as we can. Okay, let's kill her now and return to the Nexus. We should now be in pure black character tendency. If we did it correctly, there will be a new NPC on the middle floor of the Nexus. That's the wrong staircase. Here we go, perfect. She's here.
I can see that you have killed in the past. No one can blame you for that. Demon souls are too precious to relinquish. Perhaps a knight like you would have an interest in my offer. I want you to kill Saint Urbain and his followers. You will be rewarded amply. Do we have an agreement? A reason? Just think of it as an opportunity to extinguish a competitor.
In order to complete this quest line, we'll have to accept her offer.
Excellent. I'm relying on you.
So, this is Mephistopheles. She is, at the very least, a high-ranking member of the Masked Society. Possibly even their leader. She is the one that hired Ewart to kill all that have knowledge of the soul arts. Since we killed him, she has now decided to hire us in his stead. Of course, we first had to prove ourselves to her by making our character tendency pure black. She will now offer us several contracts that involve killing all of the people we had previously saved. Unfortunately, we will have to go back to her after we complete each assassination task. If we just go ahead and kill all of them at once, we won't be able to get the ring she'll give us as a reward for completing this quest line. By the way, we just picked up the Ring of Devout Prayer from the body of Saint Urbain. That's the other method of obtaining it, if you don't want to spend the time visiting Selen Vinland in body form and giving her the Vinland crest. And while I was talking, we managed to kill the last of Saint Urbain's followers. So let's go to Thomas and store the robes we just looted.
Thank goodness I was...
Good. Now we can go back to Mephistopheles and receive our first reward. Don't expect anything much. The only reward that matters is the ring she'll give us at the end.
Done already? Here is your reward. Take it.
Yeah, we don't really need these anymore.
Now, for your next task. I want you to kill Sage Frake and his apprentice. I will, of course, provide you with a reward of similar value.
She's lying. A stone of ephemeral eyes is nowhere near the value of Sage Frake's life. Anyway, we'll have to do this kind of assassination jobs a few more times. I've been wondering about her motivation for killing these people. I mean, obviously the Masked Society wants to monopolize the knowledge of the soul arts, but to what end? Either we win and defeat the Old One, at which point the soul arts will probably vanish, or the world gets overrun by the demons and no one's left alive anyway. Perhaps they believe they are strong enough to be able to control the demons and rule the world, but if that's the case, they're incredibly naive. We finished the task of killing Sage Frake, so let's go store his items at Thomas and go back to Mephistopheles.
Thank goodness I was... We are...
Done already? Here is your reward. Take it. Are you
Oops,
mad?
I pressed the R1 button by accident. Thankfully it will take more than that to turn her hostile.
Done already? Here is your reward. Take it. Don't look at me with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill Patches the hyena. No reason for pause now, is there?
Yeah, I don't really mind killing Patches.
Excellent.
He deserves it
I'm
anyway.
relying on you.
Unfortunately, he's not the last one we'll need to kill. Actually, we can just drop from this staircase to the other. Damn it, the Maiden in Black is here. We'll have to be careful when using our Soul Ray, since it can pierce through Patches and hit her. Okay, good, he didn't have enough time to move. This is the third Thieves' Ring we're picking up. Now let's go back to Mephistopheles and receive our next assignment.
Done already? Here is your reward. Take it.
Well, that doesn't make much sense. Why are Frake and Urbane only worth a stone of ephemeral eyes, but killing Patches rewards us with a colorless demon soul? He must have known quite a lot of secrets. Well, regardless, we will have to go kill Bjorn now, which is actually kind of a bummer, since we could have used him in the next level. And we technically could delay killing him, but that will actually make our job tougher overall. I'll talk more about it when we get to the fight where he could have helped us. Damn, he's got a lot of health. No wonder he could solo the Penetrator. I'm actually kinda scared he might be able to kill us if we don't take him seriously. Okay, great, there weren't any surprises. Let's loot his brushwood armor set and then return to Mephistopheles. We will have to make several trips to Thomas until we are able to loot the entire set. It's that heavy. By the way, nothing the NPCs we're killing drop is necessary for unlocking any of the trophies. Well, as long as you've been following the walkthrough, of course.
Thank goodness. We are...
Okay, it's just the body armor left. Just making sure we've not missed anything, since the lighting can obscure the items on the ground.
We are in danger.
Okay, we are finally ready to go back to Mephistopheles, collect our reward and receive the next assignment.
Done already? Here is your reward. Take it.
Another colorless demon soul.
Don't look at me with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill Prince Ariona Allant. He goes by the pseudonym Ostrava. No reason for pause now, is there?
Well, if there was any doubt that Ostrava was the crown prince, Mephistopheles dispelled it. Unfortunately, Ostrava is no longer in the Nexus. He's in fact waiting for us at the entrance to the last boss, which means we'll have to continue progressing through the game if we want to complete this quest line. And we do, so let's teleport to 1-4. The first enemies we'll encounter, just past this gate in front of us, will be 3 crossbowmen. They'll be fairly easy to dispatch. Behind them, however, are going to be 3 black phantoms. And they're not just any old black phantoms. They are the souls of the 3 knights of the Round Table that had been corrupted and turned into demons: Longbow Ulan, Alfred and Meras. There are a couple of ways we can defeat them. It is possible to lure them one by one and kill them in a duo, but the faster and simpler way would be to just use a soul remains. We can already see them up ahead. There's also going to be a crystal lizard behind the corpse of this drake, but he doesn't drop anything we need, and it's better to focus on the black phantoms instead of trying to chase him. Similarly to how we killed Satsuki, it's best to wait until Meras starts his attack. Otherwise, he'll most likely dodge our Soul Ray. Now that we've killed him, we can throw another Soul Remains at the remaining 2 and focus on killing Ulan. Alfred will be easy to deal with, since he moves very slowly. Yeah, keep in mind that even though she's attacking the Soul Remains, if we're standing behind them, we're still going to get hit. And it hurts when getting hit by her. Nice, Ulan's down as well. All that remains is Alfred. As you can see, the only thing he can do is walk slowly towards us. And that was it. Another pretty tough fight made trivial by the Soul Remains. We should pick up the loot they've dropped, but to do that, we'll have to equip the Ring of Herculean Strength again. We'll then have to return to the Nexus to store these items, but don't worry about that. These black phantoms do not respawn. Or you could just ignore the items. We have already collected all 3 of them, so...
Thank God.
Okay, we should also re-equip our Thieves Ring. Oh, and since she's here anyway, we might as well ask the Maiden in Black to upgrade our vitality a bit more. Let's also check if there's anything we need to repair.
I can...
We have a bit of souls left over, so we can buy some fresh spice from Baldwin.
Do come.
Okay, we're now ready to go back to 1-4. First, we'll have to kill those crossbowmen again, and then I'll try to catch the crystal lizard behind them. I know I've said we don't need it, and we really don't. But it will be annoying if I don't kill it when there's nothing stopping us. Okay, perfect. The ground is flat here, so it's pretty easy to kill this crystal lizard. There's nothing obstructing our spells. Let's use a fresh spice, loot the lizard, and then go in the corridor to the left. There is a stone of ephemeral ice at the end of it. Now we should turn around and enter the corridor in front of us. There's going to be another crystal lizard hidden behind the second to last barricade in the corridor. That one can be a little tricky to kill, because he'll start running towards a door at the end of the corridor. Inside it, there is a Red-Eye Knight. Looks like we were lucky and he didn't hear us, but if we waste too much time with the lizard, he may rush out of the door and start attacking us. There are also a few crossbowmen inside, as well as an Imperial spy, so it's best to pull the Red-Eye Knight outside, so we don't get interrupted by them. Damn, I was hoping he won't immediately bring his shield up, but fortunately, he's not particularly smart. Let's loot him and enter the building. Once inside, we should immediately start running up the stairs so we can kill the crossbowman and Imperial spy. All of them are standing on a platform about halfway up the stairs. Meh, we still got hit. Doesn't matter, let's just kill them all. Only the Imperial spy left, and here he is. Okay, perfect. It's actually a good thing if he stands there and throws shurikens at us. It's much safer than his melee attacks. The only other enemy here is another Red-Eye Knight at the top of the stairs, but this one doesn't have a shield, so he's easy to kill. Hitting him in midair looked pretty cool. Wish I could say I was aiming for that. We're pretty much at the end of the level. We've only one more fight left. Well, technically two, but the second one isn't much of a fight. Okay, so remember when Bjorn said that King Allant was protected by a drake? Yeah, here it is. Now, it is possible to kill the drake while he's guarding the bridge, but we'd really need a bow if we want to do that. Instead, we'll just run past the fat officials and get to the other side of the bridge. There is another crystal lizard here we can easily kill. We don't have to worry about the drake or the fat officials, they can't hurt us once we get to this point. Also, it is possible to avoid taking damage if we time our run between the drake's fire-breathing attacks. But as long as we're at full health, we won't die from a single hit, so I didn't want to bother with it. If you have less health than me though, it's probably a good idea to equip the Ring of Flame Resistance. Okay, let's focus on this fight now. The drake has moved to a position on top of the stairs. There is a very specific path we'll have to take in order to avoid his attacks. Good, he can't reach us now. We're right below him and are fortunately close enough to be able to lock onto him. So we will of course use this opportunity to kill him with our Soul Ray. This fight would play out very differently if Bjorn was still alive. He'd be here fighting the drake and would distract him while we're attacking him. He'd likely die during the fight and leave his equipment, but if he doesn't, his armor could be bought from the Draglink merchant in 1-3. The drake has a huge health pool, so I'll probably fast forward this fight. There's nothing else to do but keep using the Soul Ray and occasionally the Fresh Spice. Okay, I think he died. Yes, he did. We also unlock another trophy by killing him. Now we should go down the stairs and loot all of the corpses before continuing up the stairs. It's mostly going to be itemized souls. The only exception are the Knight's Sword and Knight's Shield at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, now we can go back all the way up the stairs where we will eventually reach Ostrava. Unfortunately, we won't be able to talk to him. If we do, he'll tell us he had given up, knowing it's not possible for him to defeat his father. And then he'll die, thus robbing us of the possibility to finish Mephistopheles' quest. A sad end for him in any case.
Please, you must not. I thought we were allies.
Anyway, now that we've completed Mephistopheles' task, we can return to the Nexus and go talk to her. Another thing I should probably mention is that we picked up the Mausoleum key from Ostrava's corpse. We are going to be using it in the near future. I guess we should also visit Thomas and store the items we've picked up in 1-4 with him.
Thank God.
Okay, let's see how much Mephistopheles thinks Ostrava's life was worth.
Well, well. Very smooth work. Almost merciless. Here is your reward. Be thankful for it. Normally it would never find its way into your impure hands.
Well, the Talisman of the Beasts is a unique
Don't look at me
weapon.
with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill the witch Yuria. I will, of course, provide you with a reward of similar value.
Killing Yuria is going to be her last task, so let's just get it over with. Yuria is probably going to be the most difficult of the NPCs in the Nexus to kill. She's very nimble and good at dodging, but she's still no match for us. Let's loot her, visit Thomas again, and then go talk with Mephistopheles.
Thank goodness I was... We are...
So, you've completed everything, hey? You're what they might call a miracle worker. Lastly, I must only kill you, and the secret of the soul shall be eternally safe.
Well, it was kinda obvious she tried to backstab us in the end. The foe's ring she gave us for killing Yuria is the reason we did this entire quest line for. Mephistopheles is not a bad fighter, but thinking logically, if she was stronger than those she sent us to kill, why would she need our help? And that was it for this quest line. It took quite a long time, and all we got from it was a ring. But it had to be done in order to unlock the Rogue's Trophy. Let's store the items Mephistopheles dropped and then go visit the Maiden in Black. I think we have enough souls to upgrade our vitality stat one more time.
We are in debt.
Thou seekest then touch.
Yep, perfect. We managed to get it to 20. Not that it matters, it's just a nice round number. Lastly, we should use the rest of our souls to buy as much fresh spice as possible. I think this is a good place to end the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider pressing the like button and subscribing to my channel. It will help me a lot and encourage me to bring more content for you guys. I'm releasing new videos daily, so hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow when we'll continue our journey through the world of Demon Souls.